Ruin my summer? Enjoy not going to university. As a teenager I got a part-time job as a lifeguard at the biggest pool in the city if not the province. I was a hard worker, and over the years I had every certification I could get. Over the summers I'd often work on nearby beaches. One year these rural beaches had a really hard time keeping staff, so they'd ask people from my pool to work there. It just so happened my parents had a cottage on one of the beaches and I said, "Hey, I'd be interested working at middle of nowhere beach. It'd be peaceful, and I can come home on weekends if I want." I took the job, about 4 hours away from home for a 10-week contract. I was a lifeguard instructor trainer. I certify people to teach other people how to train lifeguards. At the time of this story I was one of the youngest to have this certification. Most of my coworkers were going into their second year of working on this beach and frankly second year of being a lifeguard. It was going to be my first year working in this area. Basically the head manager told me, "Look, it's your first time working out here, we need someone with your experience. We can't give you beach captain position, management, on paper. But we are willing to pay you at a beach captain rate plus extra for you certifications. And you can fill in as beach captain on days when the others can't. As far as we're concerned you're an alternate. We just don't want to upset the locals more than we need to. Be advised though you may need to work at a few other beaches out around there, more pay, fewer responsibilities? Yeah, I guess I can take this one for the team. Here's what you need to know about this place. The area is a naturally beautiful place. This is one of the best drives on the continent, one of the top 10 islands in the world. Mountains to the left, endless ocean to the right, beaches everywhere. It's also one of the poorest parts of the country, and some communities have a mob mentality when outsiders come to work here. For the most part my coworkers liked me and appreciated my experience, except for the one beach captain we'll call Maggie. Everyone employed goes to a training camp retreat. District managers go for 5 days. Beach captains go for 4 days, and general staff goes for 3 days. I was only asked to show up for the general staff, did my thing, met my new coworkers. Maggie rubs me the wrong way and started calling me rookie, and then she left. Turns out she was graduating high school, and had prom to attend. She didn't want to do the rest of the training because of all the after-prom parties. Okay, that's weird. I'm waking up at 7 a.m. to do a 10 kilometers run with everyone before breakfast and you're passed out after a night of drinking. I'm annoyed, but if I could pull it off, I might do the same, no biggie. How could she pull off getting out of mandatory training, you ask? She's a family legacy. Once upon a time her mom was the beach captain, and now runs the local pool in the middle of nowhere town. If you were certified as a lifeguard around there you had to go through her. Maggie's sister was the beach captain, then district manager, and recently retired from the service and went to nursing school. Maggie was the next in line to do this. She was going to be awarded a scholarship through the lifeguard service for her school of choice. At the end of the summer there's an AGM where they make all these announcements, but it was a well-known secret. Day 1 of the summer on the beach starts. We're setting up the beach, it's a half day, not many patrons around. We organize first aid kits, equipment, set up our hut, test the phones, etc. District manager, a local, arrives to inspect everything. He's happy. He's a buddy of mine and as we were the last stop of his beaches to inspect he hangs out with us. Day's up and Maggie's mother shows up and tells her to start packing for the swimming instructors symposium. Turns out Maggie is leaving tomorrow for the Dominican Republic, on her pool's dime, for 3 weeks. That's 30% of the lifeguard season. She actually tells me, "See you in 3 weeks rookie," and leaves. The district manager and I drop our jaws and wonder WTF. Why is this only coming out now? I help him out, we sit down and come up with a new schedule for the next 3 weeks. My supervisor filled in some of her shifts and we even worked together a few times. Now, looks like I have to be a beach captain with the actual new guards, at least 3 weeks. It was more work for me but honestly, Maggie's departure was a blessing. I've hardly met her but I doubt we're going to get along, she rubs me the wrong way. Those 3 weeks without her I got a great feng shui, zen groove, and inner harmony thing going on. It was the healthiest mentally and physically I've been in my life. Of course the lack of negative emotions directed toward me would not last. It ended the day Maggie returned literally within the first hour of us working together. Maggie, my beach captain, started our day together by berating me in front of her friends. "Hey rookie. Do you even know how to do CPR? I was watching you at training camp and you were doing it wrong. I need you to show me how to do it right now." "You want me to show you how to do CPR? Sure, no problem, could ask nicer, but whatever, I'll put up with this, we have to practice so much every day anyway." Then she drops this bit of information while I practice, incorrectly. "If you don't have anything under them, you'll dig a hole in the sand." Maggie, this doesn't make sense, but whatever, it's not like I'm an instructor in this or anything, or have basic knowledge of physics that pushing on sand isn't the same thing as digging. The whole day consisted of Maggie calling me rookie and being pointlessly rude in her critiques of my life-saving skills. Of course it wouldn't be a good work story unless someone stole someone's lunch. "Hey Maggie, is that my lunch in your mouth right now? Oh, was that your lunchbox? Well, it wasn't your lunchbox, was it? I'm the beach captain, you can't talk to me like that." This would become our daily routine on our shifts together. I began packing a decoy lunch with half-eaten items or empty wrappers. This gave me the opportunity to hide, eat my real lunch without her bothering me. By week 4 it's our mid-season evaluation. There's 2 parts, physical evaluation and professional evaluation. District manager does the physical and it's straightforward. All employees show up at the beach before it opens. You run 4K, swim 600 meters, paddle 2K, etc. Apparently I embarrassed Maggie. I was the most improved from start of the season to the end of season. I was already in the top 25%, but now I was physically one of the top 5%. Maggie, however, got worse. A lot worse. She was mediocre, but in the general top 50%, but was now one of the worst physical guards, bottom 10%. Her times all were substantially lower. But luckily for her it's not all physical, there's still the professional evaluation. The beach captain who works with you the most writes up your evaluation. You get a score out of 50. 10 5-point characteristics, punctual, customer service, safety, etc. You get graded and short notes are written to explain your score. At the bottom there's a recommendation section on what to do, work on. One of the other beach captains who tolerated Maggie wrote her evaluation and it wasn't all bad. Of course Maggie was the one who wrote my evaluation despite only working with me a few times. I don't got to see it, which is normal, and when it's done she passes it into the boss. Once it's handed in, the district manager pulls Maggie and I aside. He rips it up in front of us and says, "Maggie, this isn't a real evaluation, you gave him all zeros. Your notes are incoherent and, in the recommendation section you told him to leave and never come back. This is not acceptable. I've worked with him more than you did. I'm going to write up the mid-season evaluation." Maggie breaks down in tears, plays the victim that the outsider is taking her job and she's protecting herself. Manager's not buying it but ultimately goes easier on her. Temper's cool. I get a modest review with things to improve on. Right away I knew this would happen again and I'd need to make notes to defend myself. I have a reputation in the life-saving community I'd like to keep. Things got weirder after this. Aside from umpteen mentions of calling me rookie against my wishes, my notebook was getting filled. Some highlights include: she stole my rooster ketchup with a green top and lathered her hot dog, only to get upset with me. She wrote me up for poisoning her with hot sauce, though really she stole my sriracha. She took her top off in front of me and in full view of kids cause she had to air out the girls. Went on a walking patrol down the beach for 2 hours only to end up hanging out with her friends, drinking on the beach and having a fire. Double no. Called her dealer to deliver joints to her while on guard, not even discreetly. I taught the junior guard some basic stuff. Once the class is over she goes up to the parents and tells them I taught all the wrong things and it's actually done this way instead. On a particularly bad day, she berated the middle-aged gentleman with Down syndrome whom normally brings treats to her because he didn't bring any treats on this day. Things were cartoonishly stupid. Why would someone act this way? Turns out she was also bashing me to the other guards. They'd regularly inform me of stuff like this. "Hey, just so you know, Maggie told me you hit someone's car with a hammer. Obviously you didn't, but heads up, she's telling locals about it. What did I get myself into? This is ridiculous. My summer paradise at the most beautiful place on earth is ruined by a succubus leeching off of inner peace. I was at my end. This isn't worth it. I want to go home. I'm belittled by an entitled brat and I don't need this as much as they need me. I'm going to sleep it off, think with a clear head in the morning.